What's up, guys? My name is unCAGEDgamez. Welcome back to another video. Today is the day that we get the new slate for the DC universe from James Gunn. I'm excited. I'm nervous. I hope they reveal some bangers. Apparently at noon Eastern time, James Gunn is going to release the slate of the new DC universe. So if you guys are excited, drop a thumbs up and let's get into it. Here we go. James Gunn, show us the new slate.
I'm James Gunn. I'm the co-CEO of DC Studios. So as many of you know, DC has been disconnected in film and television for a long time. And it's one of, our jobs, mine and Peter's, is to come in and make sure the DCU is connected in film, television, gaming, and animation. That the characters are consistent, played by the same actors, and it works within one story. And if something is outside of that, like
he said,
Matt
connected to
Reeves'
games,
Batman, or Todd Phillips' Joker, or Teen Titans Go, that it is clearly labeled as DC Elseworlds, outside of the mainstream DCU continuity. Now, Peter and I have gotten pretty lucky in terms of the 4 projects that are coming out over the next year. First, we have Shazam! Fury of the Gods. Shazam has always been off kind of in his own part of the DCU, so he connects very well. That moves directly into The Flash, a fantastic movie that I really love that resets the entire DC universe.
Are we still getting that Flash movie, or?
Then to move into Blue Beetle, a fantastic film about a kid who's a marvelous part of the DCU, and then into Aquaman 2, which leads directly into our next few projects, which I'm going to tell you about now. So, Peter and I, along with a group of very talented writers, have started to map out an 8 to 10 year plan of what DC Studios will be in film, television, and gaming. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. Now, this, what I'm about to tell you, is a part of the first chapter. It's not the entire first chapter.
Okay.
The first project is Creature Commandos. Creature Commandos is an animated series. I've written all the episodes. Something we're going to do that's a little bit different at DC is we're going to have characters move into animation, out of animation, usually having the same actor play their voice as who plays them in live action. The next project up is Waller. This is a story of Amanda Waller, played by Viola Davis. Viola Davis is going to team up with members of Team Peacemaker, and this is a story that's been created by Crystal Henry, who did Watchmen, and Jeremy Carver, who created the Doom Patrol. It is a fantastic story that's out of this world, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Why don't we just get Peacemaker?
Next up is the big one, the true beginning of the DCU. This is called Superman Legacy. This is being written by me. I'm in the middle of it. I'm having a great time doing it. And Superman will be released into theaters July 11th, 2025. Okay, the next thing is a big premiere HBO television series called Lanterns. This is a story of a couple of Green Lanterns, John Stewart and Hal Jordan, and we have a few other Lanterns peppered in there, but this is really a terrestrial-based TV show, which is almost like True Detective, with a couple of Green Lanterns who are space cops watching over Precinct Earth.
What do I feel like this show? He's just saying it's kind of like a detective show, but then because it's an HBO Max series, they're not going to use the full budget. And we're going to see them use like the ring like 2 times in the whole season. I hope that's not the case, because I want to see Lanterns big screen. And now we got it on small live action TV, HBO. I hope it's good. I hope it's good.
In it, they discover a terrifying mystery that ties into our larger story of the DCU. Next is a big movie called The Authority. The Authority is a passion project of mine. It's based on the marvelous Wildstorm characters we are now bringing into the DCU, and will interact with all of our primary DCU characters. The
Why does Batman look like he has a huge head?
Group of superheroes who
is that Batman?
Think the world is broken, and they want to fix
Batman,
it
actually.
by any means necessary. I think it's a very different look at superheroes.
At first glance, it looks like Batman.
We're doing a television series called Paradise Lost. Paradise Lost is the story of Paradise Island, usually known as Themyscira, which is the birthplace of Wonder Woman. It's almost like Game of Thrones with Westeros, but with all of the inhabitants of Paradise Island. The introduction of the DCU's Batman is The Brave and the Bold. The Brave and the Bold is the story of Batman and his actual son, Damian Wayne. This is based on Grant Morrison's great comic book run. Damian Wayne is my favorite Robin. He's a little assassin who Batman tries to get in line, and so this is the story of the two of them and the beginning of sort of the Bat family in the DCU.
Okay, pause right there. So Superman, James Gunn has said that he wants a younger Superman, right? This is kind of Superman's quote-unquote origin that we're getting. But then we got Batman, and Batman in this movie, Batman's gonna have a son already. He's gonna have Damian. Damian's like the fourth Robin. So that doesn't make much sense when I always pictured Batman and Superman being somewhat like similar looking age. But if we got young Superman and we got Batman that has already had pretty much like 4 kids, 4 Robins, what's going on here, James? I don't understand. I really don't understand. Okay, that was just my little thoughts there.
Next up is a TV series called Booster Gold. Booster Gold is one
I'm excited for that one.
Really
Booster Gold, I'm excited for.
Heroes. He is a fascinating guy. He's a loser from the future who uses future technology to come back to present day and become a superhero so that people will love him. It is basically the superhero story of imposter syndrome on an HBO Max series. One of my favorite comic book series from last year was Tom King's run on Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. And so we're going to turn that into a big science fiction epic film. Now, Superman is a guy who was sent to Earth and raised by loving parents, whereas Supergirl in this story, she is a character who was raised on a chunk of Krypton. She watched everybody around her perish in some terrible way, so she's a much more jaded character. And that brings me to Swamp Thing, the last thing we're going to talk about. A very dark horror story in the origins of the monster who is Swamp Thing.
I'm excited for Swamp Thing.
It's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories. Anyway, those are the stories that I can tell you about.
Wait. What did he say?
Who is Swamp Thing. And although it's totally outside of the rest of the DCU, it will still feed into the rest of the stories.
Swamp Thing is not even mainly connected to the DC universe? James, I thought you were supposed to make things more simple for us. I'm so confused. So Swamp Thing is outside the DCU, all right? But it feeds into it, I think. And okay, all right. So let me just finish the video and I'll give my final thoughts.
That I can tell you about right now. I've loved the DC characters since I was a child. They're incredibly important to me. I knew that this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do something very different. One of the things that's very important for me in all of these movies and TV series is that the director's vision and the vision of the writers and all of the creators is unique and something special. Storytelling is always king. That's all that matters to us. And I want to be true to those stories. I want to be true to you guys and really give you something different than you've ever seen before. Anyway, thank you, everybody.
Different is the right word.
I appreciate you watching. I hope this was exciting for you because it's really exciting for me. And I can't wait to start to dive into these stories with you guys on this grand adventure. Thank you so much.
Right off the bat, rating on this first chapter of the DCU, I'm giving it like a 6. Love James Gunn. I think he's done fantastic with Guardians, and I am excited to see his vision. The thing is, first of all, Creature Commandos. I know James Gunn really likes to go with the obscure characters. I love comics, all right? I've been a comic fan since I was a little kid. I have no idea who Creature Commandos are. I believe that guy was from Suicide Squad. The new DC universe is going to connect to the movies, is connecting to the TV shows is connecting to the animated, it's connected to the video games. Like, everything's gonna be one universe that's connected, okay? Which I'm interested to see how the gaming universe is connected to all this. But first off, starting this new chapter is this Creatures Commando. I don't know, not too excited for it. I'll watch it. Waller. I would have been real hype or like even more excited if they said Peacemaker Season 3, because I think they're already filmed and completed Season 2 of Peacemaker, which is that getting scrapped as well? Because James Gunn didn't say anything about Peacemaker in the beginning. He said, we're getting Shazam, which is connected to the Flash, and then the Flash is connected to Blue Beetle, and the Blue Beetle's connected to Aquaman. And is that not connected to this DC universe anymore, or is that just a separate Elseworld thing? Show hands. Show hands. Who wanted Waller? I think Waller's cool, showing up in different properties, different projects. But did we really need a Waller TV show? And it says that Waller's going to have a bunch of the Peacemaker crew show up. At that point, just give us Peacemaker. Next, we got Superman Legacy. Again, it's kind of like an origin, to an extent, story of Superman. It's not going to be the very beginning origins, but it's going to be young Superman. Cool, I guess. Still sad that Henry Cavill's not back, but it's whatevers. Lantern, I thought this was going to be a movie. It's a TV show. I'm having hope for this. I hope it's really good, because it has Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. Come on. And then the Authority. Show hands. Show hands. Who knows the Authority? I don't. I do not. I thought this was Batman. That's how little maybe that is Batman. I'm gonna say it's not. I don't know anything about Authority. Apparently it's a film. Paradise Lost, which is like a Themyscira show. I guess it could be good. He's describing it as like Game of Thrones. Brave and the Bold. This one's cool. I'm excited for this one. We finally get to see, what is this, like the 7th Batman live action? And we get to see Robin on the screen, which is cool. I would have liked to see Dick Grayson. Again, if we're getting young Superman, why not get young Batman and have his first apprentice and then work our way to a Damian Wayne? But we're just skipping all the Robins and we're just getting Damian Wayne right now. Okay, sure. I am excited for this one, though. And then we got Booster Gold. Excited for that one. This one makes sense as a TV show. Booster Gold TV show, I'm all for. Hopefully Blue Beetle crosses over if that's connected still. I would have pushed this to maybe the 2nd phase or 3rd, and that's just because if we're getting origin young Superman, I feel like we should flush him out first and then introduce the cousin. But we're getting young Superman right off the bat, and then we're getting Supergirl right off the bat. So a lot of supers. And Swamp Thing, probably my most excited out of this list, next to Batman Brave and the Bold. Swamp Thing, it's a horror movie, but James says it's outside the DCU and it trickles on into DCU. This was supposed to be a nice, simple restart of the DC universe. I think I'm more confused now than before. Is the Ezra Miller, Flash, and Aquaman, Momoa, is that all still connected to this new universe? Is Swamp Thing connected to it? Like, how's the games gonna connect to? I don't know. I kind of have a low-key headache. I am excited to see the full vision that James Gunn has, but for starting off this new restart, Creatures Commando, really? All right, final thoughts here is, I'm sure these movies and shows will be great. My thing is, I already know some people are already saying no one knew about the Guardians before James Gunn's movie, so he's gonna do great with the Authority and the Creature Squad or whatever it's called. I don't have doubt that he will make those movies and shows good. My thing is, Marvel didn't start off their phase. They didn't start off their universe with Guardians. They didn't do like Iron Man, Captain America, Guardians. They didn't do that. They did a string of good movies, great projects, and then later on they added an obscure character, obscure team. DCU, for them restarting the universe, pretty much going back to phase 1, they should start a good foundation with Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, the Trinity, the 3 most well-known characters in the world, and then maybe throw in one obscure property like Booster Gold. Even though I'm excited for Booster Gold. Throw in like the Authority, one of those. But James Gunn right now is saying half the slate, or the current slate for DCU, has obscure characters that no one really knows about. That's my biggest concern, or biggest takeaway from this reveal. I'm not saying these things won't be good. I just think for a phase 1, you really should work on, starting a foundation, a good foundation, and then building on it. Not, let's just throw everything weird and random at the wall and hopefully something sticks, because that's what it sounds like right now. I'm so confused. I'm more confused now than the current DCEU, which is bad, because I thought this was going to clear everything up. But let me know your thoughts down below. What do you guys think? Are you guys excited for these new properties? Are you guys not excited? What movie or TV show would you guys like to see get added to Slate 1, Chapter 1, Phase 1 of DCU? Let me know down below. If you guys have not yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you guys are brand new, ring the bell icon so you guys get notified every time we upload a brand new video. Mine is unCAGEDgamez, and you just got caged. You guys know what I'm talking about. When can you learn that? When can you learn how to do that? Oh snap!